from New York to LA and to all the ships at sea. This is news from across our nation, right through your backyard and up your asphalt. Coming to you from Gonzo Today's news headquarters, this is Memos from the National Affairs Desk. I'm your host, Doc Jeffurious Higgason. Let's go to press. A recent study conducted at Bingham University has found that the punctuation at the end of a text message can influence how earnest the message is seeming to be. The study, entitled Texting Insincerely, the Role of the Period in Text Messages, discovered that text messages ending in a period are more times than not considered to be phony balonies by the people who receive them. The study focused on 126 undergraduate students who were asked to read messages in both text message and handwritten form. The included samples were 16 invitations met with one-word confirmatory responses. Students found text message responses concluded with periods seemed to be less sincere than those with no punctuation at all. However, this divergence did not exist in the handwritten notes. According to lead researcher Celia Klin, these results indicate an explicit connection between punctuation and the social cues involved in communicating via text message. She said texting is lacking many of the social cues used in actual face-to-face conversations. When speaking, people easily convey social and emotional information with eye gaze, facial expressions, tone of voice, pauses, and so on. People obviously can't use these mechanisms when they're texting. Thus, it makes sense that texters rely on what has been made available to them. Emoticons, deliberate misspellings that mimic speech sounds, and according to our data, punctuation. Given that people are wonderfully adept at communicating complex and nuanced information in conversations, it's not at all surprising that as texting evolves, people are finding ways to convey the same types of information in their texts. Clint attributes the intended context of certain kinds of punctuation through text as opposed to handwriting or face-to-face speech as a natural progression of the medium. A follow-up study went on to prove that exclamation points, by comparison, are perceived as a more sincere form of punctuation. Everybody likes getting screamed at. A Florida school district pulled rice from its menus after an elementary school student found a worm in his food, and live mealworms were found in uncooked rice. The principal at Killarney Elementary School in Winter Park, I'm taking a stab at her name, Kelly Stanky? I'm going to go with Stanky. Sent a letter home to parents Tuesday night explaining a student had found a dead mealworm in his food, and school employees subsequently found live mealworms in the uncooked rice. Principal Stanky said the rice had been delivered to the school within the previous 24 hours, leading officials to believe that the worms were already in the food when it arrived. Principal Stanky said the vendor that delivered the rice was informed of the issue, and the rice was replaced in the meals on Tuesday. Thank Jesus, Parent Shauna Jackson told WFTV that she would be packing her child's lunch from now on. She said it makes you wonder what else is in there, and that somebody should have seen the worms before they were cooked. Jackson said it took a child to bring it up. Principal Stanky told parents in a letter that the health and safety of our students is paramount, and the reputation of our award-winning food service division is highly guarded. OCPS will be investigating the matter until we have the necessary answers. Students were given an alternative replacement for the rice, and because the rice had been delivered to the school within the last 24 hours, OCPS does not believe that the issue arose at the school. She said the mealworms are believed to be non-toxic. It would not cause health problems if ingested. But nonetheless, parents were urged to watch their children for symptoms of illness. In a former life, I used to manage a bait shop. That's right, I sold fishing supplies to idiots early in the morning. And, we sold mealworms as bait. Let me tell you, those suckers are, they're not hard to miss. They're big. We have more memos from the National Affairs Desk coming right up after this message about intimacy. Here's a testimonial for JY Jelly Personal Lubrication.
Before JY Jelly Personal Lubricants, intimacy with my husband was less than spectacular. Because of his moral opposition to foreplay, Henry used to say that having sex with me was like dragging his penis the length and breadth of the Mojave Desert on the 4th of July weekend. Because of JY Jelly, our sex life has taken a turn towards the ordinary. Thanks, JY Jelly.
JY Jelly personal lubricants made from 100% black bear grease and infused with the warmth of Scandinavian jalapeno, the zest of Cambodian ginger, and the refreshing sensation of peppermint. JY Jelly is guaranteed to put a little jingle in your tingle and also there to add a little perk to your jerk. JY Jelly for lovers who don't want to play with it a little.
Available at all Schmeckler's drug and sundry locations throughout Greater Sheboygan.
Taking a look at some news from Mississippi. Authorities down in Mississippi said an 18-wheeler loaded with fire extinguishers ironically burst into flames on a stretch of interstate and caused major delays. The Mississippi Highway Patrol said the truck's cab separated from the trailer when it went off the road and hit a guardrail Tuesday afternoon on Interstate 10 in Jackson County. The truck flipped onto the median, and part of the vehicle ended up on Old Fort Bayou Road. 73-year-old Arthur Roger Apple, the driver of the truck, was taken to Ocean Springs Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Cause of the crash remains under investigation by the Highway Patrol down there in Mississippi. At press time, it was unclear whether any of the fire extinguishers actually survived the accident. You know, folks, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That being said, a group known as American Atheist has posted controversial billboards discouraging drivers from attending church on Christmas, as if they need billboards to discourage them to do that. I haven't been in a while. I admit it. Haven't been in a while. Anyway, the billboards posted in Colorado and in North Carolina feature photos of Santa Claus along with a message telling passerbys not to go to church on Christmas. The signs read, quote, "Go ahead and skip church. Just be good for goodness sakes. Happy holidays," end quote. A spokesman for American Atheist, Randy Godovich, told Fox News 21 in Colorado that their goal is not to attack Christmas, but to make the holiday more inclusive for people of different faiths. He said, quote, "We're trying to be inclusive of everyone in Christmas and saying that anyone can celebrate it. It shouldn't be viewed strictly as a Christian holiday," end quote. The National Program Director, Nick Fish, stated that the mission of the American Atheist is to do away with atheist stereotypes, stating that the locations of the billboards were chosen due to their connection with Christianity. Fish said, quote, "We want it to be either a little funny or edgy or provocative in some way, so when people see it, they stop and go, hey, wait a second. What did that just say?" Those crazy atheists. They're so wacky, especially around the holidays, right? The signs are set to remain up through December. Well, that does it for this edition of Gonzo Today's Memos from the National Affairs Desk. I'm your host, Doc Jeffurious Higgason. We hope you enjoyed the program. If you did, there's a like button. Just click that. And if you really liked it, there's another button right there. You see it? It says share. Hit that one. And then you can share this thing if you'd like. Gonzo Today, Memos from the National Affairs Desk, copyright 2015. Please come check us out on the web, www.gonzotoday.com. And also, if you feel really generous because, you know, it is the holiday season, you can donate to the cause. Just follow the little button there. It says donations. Go to there, whip out your credit cards. Gold cards are good. We like gold cards. So, anyway, I'm off for now, and I will see you next week. You take care. Gonna leave you with this one.
Hello, ¿qué tal tu nombre? Quiero saber. Hello, ¿qué tal te quiero yo conocer? Hello, ¿qué tal tu nombre? Quiero saber. Hello, ¿qué tal te quiero yo conocer? Caminando yo te vi y pasaste junto a mí. Enseguida te hablé. Es todo lo que pude decir. Hello, ¿qué tal tu nombre? Quiero saber. Hello, ¿qué tal te quiero yo conocer? Hello, ¿qué tal tu nombre? Quiero saber. Hello, ¿qué tal te quiero yo conocer? Pasaste así nomás, sin tirarme un hueso a mí. Un carro del año me voy a comprar para ver si así me quieres mirar. Fui corriendo detrás de ti, me cortaste porque no te guste. Qué coraje ese día pase como loco.